My beloved child, I know you feel lost. It seems as if the map you were given for your life has led you to a dead end, a place of confusion and disappointment. Every direction you look seems wrong, and the future you once imagined feels like a distant dream belonging to someone else. You are tired of trying, tired of pretending you are okay when your heart is aching. Come, sit with me. Let me tell you a secret about that map. It was never meant to show you a final destination. It was meant to be a guide for a grand adventure, and every dead end, every wrong turn is a secret part of the journey. These moments are not failures. They are sacred invitations to discover a hidden part of yourself, a strength you didn't know you possessed. You are not off the path. You are on the part of the adventure where the real treasure is found. Let's look at this map together, and I will show you that where you are right now is the most important place you could possibly be. Chosen ones, come here. Sit with me for a moment. I know your heart is heavy. I can feel the weight you carry, the silent questions that echo in your mind when the world goes quiet at night. You look at your life, at the path you are on, and a voice inside you whispers that something is wrong, that this isn't how it was supposed to be. The plans you made with such bright hopes have twisted into shapes you no longer recognize. The joy you thought was your destination feels further away than ever before. You feel stuck, perhaps even broken. You look in the mirror and see someone trying so hard, yet falling so short of where you believe you should be. I see your struggle. I see the brave face you put on for others. And I see the tired soul behind it when you're all alone. Let me tell you something. And I want you to truly hear it, to let it sink past all the noise of your own doubts. This feeling, this difficult, painful, confusing moment you are in, it is not a sign that you are failing. It is not a punishment. It is not evidence that you have taken a wrong turn and are lost forever. You are not broken. You are, in fact, exactly where you need to be. I know that sounds impossible from where you stand. From your view, the landscape looks barren and the road has crumbled, but my view is different. I see the entire map of your existence, not just this one difficult mile. And I see that this very spot, this place of struggle, is a sacred ground. It is the soil from which all your greatest strength will grow. You think of life as a smooth, straight line, a gentle climb to a sunny peak. You believe happiness is a place you arrive at, a permanent home you build. But that was never the design. Life in its truest form is a dance of seasons. You are in a winter. The world feels cold, the light is dim, and it seems as though nothing is growing. You look around and see others in their summer, basking in warmth and abundance, and you ask, why not me? But you forget the purpose of winter. Beneath the hard, frozen ground, roots are deepening. The soil is resting, gathering nutrients. The quiet of the snow is a necessary silence. Winter is not the death of the landscape. It is the silent, powerful preparation for spring. You are in a period of preparation. The strength you are gathering now, the resilience you are building in this cold, will be the very thing that allows you to bloom more brilliantly than you ever imagined when your spring arrives. And it will arrive. It always does. Think about the greatest stories you have ever heard, the ones that move your soul. Were they about characters who had everything easy, who never faced a challenge, never felt fear, never knew doubt? No. The stories that inspire you, the ones that feel true, are about overcoming. They are about the person who was knocked down and found the strength to get back up. They are about the one who was lost and found their way, not back to the old path, but to a new one, a better one. You are living one of those stories right now. This is your chapter of the storm, your part of the journey through the dark woods. You are the hero of this story, and heroes are not made in times of comfort. They are forged in fire. The pressure you feel is not crushing you, it is shaping you. The universe does not place a weight on you that you cannot bear. It places a weight on you that is just heavy enough to mold you into the person you were always meant to become. You worry so much about making the right choices. You lie awake replaying conversations, re-examining decisions, wondering what would have happened if you had only turned left instead of right, said yes instead of no. You see your current situation as the result of a mistake, a flaw in your judgment. But what if there are no wrong turns? What if every path you have ever taken, every choice you have ever made, was necessary to bring you to this exact point? The person you are today holds wisdom you didn't have a year ago. That wisdom was not learned from your successes. It was carved into your heart by your challenges. The empathy you feel for others in pain comes directly from the memory of your own. The strength in your spirit was built by holding on when everything in you wanted to let go. The paths you regret taught you what you truly value. The doors that closed in your face forced you to look for windows you never would have noticed otherwise.
These are not mistakes.
They are lessons. They are your education in the art of being human. They are my gifts to you wrapped in sandpaper. They are rough to the touch, but they are smoothing you into a masterpiece. Consider a seed. For it to become a mighty tree, it must first be buried in darkness.
It must be broken open.
Everything it knows itself to be, its hard outer shell, must be shattered for the life within it to emerge.
You are that seed.
You feel buried. You feel like you are breaking apart. You might think this is the end, but I promise you, this is the beginning. The shell that is breaking is not you. It is the limitation you placed upon yourself. It is the old idea of who you thought you should be. The life that is emerging, the tender green shoot pushing through the dark soil, is the real you. It is stronger, more authentic, and more beautiful than the shell ever was. This process is not comfortable, but it is necessary for growth. Do not curse the darkness. Do not curse the breaking. They are the conditions required for your becoming. You look at the world and you see chaos. You feel tossed about by circumstances beyond your control, a small boat on a raging sea.
A job is lost.
A relationship ends.
An illness appears.
The world changes in ways that frighten you.
And you try so hard to control the waves.
You exhaust yourself paddling against the current, shouting at the storm. But you cannot control the sea. You were never meant to. Your power is not in controlling the weather. Your power is in learning to sail your ship. You can adjust your sails. You can steer your rudder. You can find your balance even when the deck is tilting. The storm is not happening to you. It is happening for you. It is teaching you how to be a master of your vessel. It is strengthening your arms, sharpening your eyes, and building your confidence. One day you will look back on this storm, not with fear, but with a quiet respect. You will see it as the challenge that made you the skilled navigator you are. For now, just focus on the next wave. Adjust your sail. Hold the rudder steady. You have everything you need to get through this. I built you to be storm-proof. You also compare your journey to others. You scroll through images and stories of people who seem to have it all figured out. Their paths look so clear, their lives so bright. And this comparison becomes a heavy stone that you add to the burdens you already carry. Chosen ones, you must put down that stone. You are only seeing one curated frame of their story. You do not see their private fears, their silent struggles, their own dark nights of the soul. Their journey is not your journey. A rose does not despair because it cannot be a sunflower.
A star does not dim its own light because it is not the moon.
Each has its own unique beauty, its own purpose, its own time to shine. Your path is yours alone. It is tailor-made for the lessons your soul needs to learn. If you spend your time looking at someone else's path, you will trip over the blessings that lie on your own. Your life is not meant to be a copy of someone else's. It is a unique masterpiece that I am creating with you. The parts that feel messy and chaotic right now are like the bold, dark strokes of paint that will eventually give the final picture its depth and contrast and breathtaking beauty. Let's talk about your feelings. The sadness, the anger, the fear, the disappointment. You try to fight them, to push them away. You believe that to be strong is to not feel these things. This is a great misunderstanding. These feelings are not your enemies.
They are messengers.
Your sadness tells you what you have loved and lost, reminding you what is important to your heart. Your anger shows you where a boundary has been crossed, revealing what you need to protect and value. Your fear shines a light on what you care about, showing you what is at stake and what requires your courage. Do not send the messengers away before you have received their message.
Sit with them. Listen to them without judgment. Ask your sadness, what are you here to tell me? Ask your anger, what do you need to protect? Ask your fear, what are you trying to help me prepare for?
When you listen to your feelings instead of fighting them, they will pass through you like clouds in the sky.
Fighting them is what keeps them trapped inside.
Acknowledging them is what sets them and you free. Feeling deeply is not a weakness. It is a sign of a vibrant living soul. It is how you experience the richness of the world I have made. You have a story you tell yourself about your life. It is a narrative you have been building since you were small. And right now, the story you are telling is a sad one. It might be a story of failure or injustice or of being left behind. You replay the difficult scenes over and over in your mind, strengthening their power. But you are the author of this story. At any moment, you have the power to begin a new chapter. This does not mean denying the past. The past is part of your story. It gives you your depth. But it does not have to be the headline of every single page from now on. You can choose to start telling a different story, a story of resilience, a story of a person who is learning and growing, a story of someone who is finding their strength in difficult times. You can begin to look for the evidence that supports this new story. Notice the small moments of beauty you might have been overlooking. Acknowledge the tiny victories. Celebrate the fact that you got out of bed this morning and faced the day. That, my child, is an act of immense courage. Your story is not over. The most exciting chapters are yet to be written and the pen is in your hand.
What will you write next?
You also believe you have to do this all alone. You build walls around your heart to protect yourself from more pain. But these walls also keep out the love and support that is all around you. You are not an island. You are part of a vast interconnected web of existence. Allowing someone to help you is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. It is an acknowledgement that we are all in this together. Look around you. There are people who care. There is love waiting to be let in. More than that, you are never, ever truly alone. In your moments of deepest despair, when you feel that no one in the world understands, I am there. I am the stillness beneath the chaos. I am the silence that holds your cries.
I am the strength in your bones that you didn't know you had.
You don't need to shout for me to hear you. I'm closer than your own breath. Lean on me. Let go of the need to carry it all by yourself. Just for a moment, let your shoulders relax. Let the burden rest. Allow yourself to be held by a love that is infinite and unconditional. There is a perfection in your supposed imperfection. Imagine a potter working with clay. The potter molds the clay, shapes it, puts it into the fire. Sometimes a crack appears during the firing. A novice might throw the piece away, seeing it as flawed. But a master potter knows the beauty of the crack. They might fill it with gold, turning what was seen as a flaw into the most beautiful and defining feature of the piece. You are that piece of pottery. Your life experiences, especially the painful ones, are the cracks. Do not hide them in shame. They are the parts of you where the light gets in. They are the marks of your journey, the proof of your resilience. They are what make you uniquely, breathtakingly beautiful. When you embrace your cracks, your vulnerabilities, you become a vessel that can hold more light, more compassion, more wisdom. You become a testament to the beauty of survival. Your flaws, dear one, are your golden seams. So take a deep breath. Right now, in this moment, feel the air fill your lungs. That is the breath of life. It is my gift to you, renewed every second. You are alive. You have survived every single difficult day you have had up to this point. That is not a small thing.
It is a miracle.
The journey ahead may not be easy, but you have proven that you are capable of walking a difficult road. The path is not about arriving at a place of no problems. The path is about becoming the person who can walk through any landscape with grace, wisdom, and an open heart. You are not off track. You are not behind.
You are on the adventurer's path.
The scenic route, the path with the best stories, and I am walking it with you every single step of the way. You feel things are not going well because you are measuring your current location against a map you drew up a long time ago.
It's time to put that old map away.
It's time to start seeing the beauty and the purpose in the landscape right in front of you. This is not the end of your story. This is the plot twist that makes it truly magnificent.
And the story is just getting started. So let us speak of this story, the one that is just getting started.
You believe your story is the sum of events that happen to you. The job you have, the money in your account, the people in your life, the health of your body. You measure the quality of your story by these external things. When they are good, you feel you are a good author. When they are not going well, you feel you have failed at writing your own life. But my child, these events are merely the setting. They are the stage, the weather, the landscape.
They are not the main character.
You are the main character. The story is not what happens to you. The story is how you respond, who you become, and the meaning you choose to create within the setting you have been given. You have been confusing yourself with the weather. On a stormy day, you say, I am sad. On a sunny day, you say, I am happy. You identify so closely with your thoughts and feelings that you believe you are them, but you are not the storm cloud that passes in your mind. You are not the brief flash of anger or the long grey drizzle of sorrow.
You are the sky.
You are the vast, unchanging awareness in which all these clouds of thought and feeling appear, and then, eventually, disappear. The sky does not fight the clouds. It does not cling to the sunny moments or despise the rainy ones. It simply allows them to be, to pass through, knowing that its own nature, vast, open, and peaceful, is never touched by them. The clouds cannot harm the sky. Your thoughts cannot harm the real you. I want you to try something. The next time a painful thought or a difficult feeling arises, do not fight it. Do not run from it, but also do not become it. Simply notice it. Say to yourself, here is the thought that I am not good enough. Or, here is the feeling of loneliness. Observe it as you would observe a cloud drifting across the sky.
Where did it come from?
What color is it?
What shape?
Be curious about it, but know that it is not you. It is just a visitor passing through the vast sky of your being. This simple act of observation creates a space. In that space is your freedom. In that space, you realize you are not the prisoner of your thoughts and feelings. You are the silent, powerful witness of them. This is the beginning of true peace. It is not found in a perfect, cloudless life. It is found in realizing you are the sky. This is where your true power lies. You have spent so much energy trying to control the world outside of you, trying to make people love you, trying to force success to happen, trying to prevent pain from coming. It is like trying to command the clouds to stop raining. You exhaust yourself in a battle you can never win. Your real power, your divine inheritance from me, is the power to choose your inner response. You cannot control the traffic, but you can choose not to let anger consume you while you wait. You cannot control what another person says or does, but you can choose whether to let their words build a home of resentment inside your heart. You cannot control the fact that life will present challenges, but you can choose to see them as obstacles that block your path or as opportunities that build your strength. The outside world will always be a place of chaos and uncertainty. Your inner world is the one place where you can be the sovereign. It is your sacred garden. While you cannot stop birds of worry and fear from flying over your garden, you have the absolute power to decide whether you will allow them to build a nest there. Tend to your garden. Cultivate thoughts of peace, compassion, and courage. Weed out the thoughts of fear and self-judgment. This is the work that matters. This is the work that changes everything. Not by changing the world, but by changing you. And in this garden of your mind, you find the stories you have been telling yourself.
Remember, you are the author.
The story you choose to believe becomes the lens through which you see your entire world. If you tell yourself the story that the world is a scary place and people are untrustworthy, you will find evidence for that everywhere you look. You will see suspicion in a kind gesture. You will see threat in a new opportunity. Your world will become small and fearful because that is the story you are living in. But what if you chose a different story? What if you decided to live in the story that you are guided and protected, that challenges are here to help you grow, that there is beauty to be found even in difficult days? If that is your story, you will begin to find evidence for it everywhere. You will see kindness in the face of a stranger. You will see a lesson in a setback. You will notice the sliver of sunlight breaking through the clouds. The events may be the same, but the meaning you give them, the story you wrap them in, changes your entire experience of life.
Nothing has to change on the outside for everything to change on the inside.
Choose a better story. Part of this new story involves letting go. Not giving up, my child, but letting go. There is a great difference. Giving up is an act of despair. Letting go is an act of trust. You have been holding on so tightly, trying to force life into the shape you want it to be. Your knuckles are white, your muscles are aching. You are clinging to a specific outcome, a particular dream, a certain timeline. You believe that your happiness depends entirely on achieving this one thing in this one way, and your tight grip is preventing you from receiving something even better. Imagine you are in a river. You have been told that your destination is a particular spot on the shore, and you are trying with all your might to swim directly against the powerful current to get there. You are flailing, sputtering, and growing weaker by the second. You are drowning in your own effort.
Letting go does not mean sinking to the bottom.
It means turning over onto your back and allowing the river to carry you. It means trusting that the river knows the way. It may take you on a winding path. It may lead you to a shore you never expected. But I promise you, it is leading you exactly where your soul needs to be. Stop fighting the current of your own life. Release your desperate need to control the outcome. Float. Trust. The river knows its way to the sea. This also means accepting the present moment, exactly as it is. So much of your pain comes from arguing with reality. You think, this shouldn't be happening. It's not fair. Things should be different. Every time you have a thought like that, you are in a state of resistance. You are at war with what is, and reality will always win that war. Acceptance is not the same as resignation. It does not mean you approve of the situation or that you won't take action to change it. Acceptance is simply the first step. It is looking at the situation clearly, without the fog of your resistance, and saying, okay, this is what is happening right now. From that point of calm clarity, you can then ask, what is the wisest thing for me to do next? When you stop wasting all your energy fighting what is, you free up that energy to create what could be. Peace is found not in changing your circumstances, but in ceasing your war against them. The moment you are in, no matter how difficult, is your only point of power. It is the only place from which you can take the next step. So be here, now, and know that this moment too shall pass. The universe is in a constant state of flow, of change. Nothing is permanent. The joy you experience is temporary. The pain you experience is also temporary. You often forget this when you are in pain. The difficult time feels like a permanent address, a life sentence, but it is just a season. It is a chapter.
It will end.
Remembering this does not diminish the pain, but it can ease the suffering around it. Suffering comes from the belief that the pain will last forever. When you know that it is temporary, you can endure it with more grace. You can allow it to move through you without being consumed by the fear that it will never leave. Think of your own life. You have been through hard times before.
At the moment, they may have felt all-consuming, but you are here now.
They passed. This will too.
Cling to nothing, resist nothing. Allow life to flow through you, the pleasant and the unpleasant.
Knowing that it is all part of the ever-changing dance of existence, you also carry a heavy burden of a past you cannot change and a future you cannot predict. Your mind spends so much time in one of two places, regret or worry. You replay your mistakes on a loop, punishing yourself for things that are long over. Or you project yourself into the future, creating 1,000 imaginary scenarios of what might go wrong. In doing so, you miss the only thing that is ever real, this present moment. The past is a memory. The future is a fantasy.
Neither exists.
The only time you are ever alive is now. If you are breathing now. If you are feeling now. To bring yourself back from the ghosts of the past and the phantoms of the future, connect with your senses.
What are 5 things you can see right now?
What are 4 things you can feel against your skin? What are 3 things you can hear? What are 2 things you can smell? What is 1 thing you can taste? This simple act grounds you in the reality of the present. This is where your life is happening. This is where I am. You will not find me in your regrets or your worries. You will only ever find me here with you in the now. Part of being present is learning to listen to the wisdom that is already inside you. You are always looking outside of yourself for answers. You ask for advice, you read books, you search for gurus, hoping someone will give you the secret, the map that you lost. But my chosen one, the map is within you.
I placed it in your heart before you were even born.
It is your intuition, that quiet, still voice that you so often ignore because the voice of fear is so much louder.
Fear shouts, wisdom whispers.
To hear the whisper, you must become quiet. You must create moments of silence in your day. Turn off the noise, sit in stillness, and just listen. The answer to your biggest question is already there, waiting patiently for you to stop looking for it everywhere else.
You know the way.
You have just forgotten how to listen to your own guidance system. Trust that inner knowing. It is my voice speaking directly to you, reminding you of the path you were meant to walk. It will never steer you wrong.
Practice listening.
Practice trusting. It is a muscle that grows stronger with use, and its strength will give you a confidence that no external approval ever could. Your truth is not out there. It is in you. And what is this truth? What is this map I have placed within you? You believe it is a map to a hidden treasure, a secret destination called your purpose. You have been searching for it frantically, believing that once you find it, all your struggles will make sense, and your life will finally begin. You think it is a specific job title, a soulmate, a particular achievement that is waiting for you somewhere in the future. My beloved, this search is causing you so much anxiety because you are looking for a thing that does not exist in the way you imagine it. Your purpose is not a destination you find. It is a path that you walk. It is not what you do. It is how you do it. Your purpose is to bring the full, magnificent light of your being to whatever is in front of you in this moment. If you are washing a dish, your purpose is to wash that one dish with your complete attention, to feel the warm water on your hands, to create a small moment of clean order in the world. If you are speaking with another person, your purpose is to listen with an open heart, to offer them the gift of your presence, to see the divine light in their eyes. If you are facing a great fear, your purpose is to take one small, courageous step into it. Your purpose is not in the grand, imagined future. It is in the humble, sacred now. It is in the love you infuse into the ordinary. When you do this, when you bring your full self to each small moment, the great moments take care of themselves. The path unfolds before you, not because you found a map, but because you learn to walk with intention. Stop searching for your purpose. Start living it. It is in your very next breath, your very next choice, your very next act of kindness. And in this you must understand a fundamental truth that the world has tried to make you forget. Your value is not connected to your purpose. Your worth is not something you earn through your actions. You have been taught that you must be useful, productive, successful, or beautiful to be worthy of love and respect. This is the greatest lie you have ever been told.
Listen to me now.
You are not worthy because of what you do. You are worthy because of who you are. Your worth is inherent. It is absolute. It was my first gift to you, sealed into the core of your soul, the moment I first thought of you. It can never be increased by your successes, and it can never be diminished by your failures. You could spend the rest of your life making what the world calls mistakes, and your worth in my eyes would not decrease by a single drop. You could achieve every goal you have ever dreamed of, and your worth would not increase. It is already infinite. Think of the sun. Does the sun have to do anything to be worthy? Does it have to shine on a certain number of planets, or create a specific number of beautiful sunsets to earn its place in the sky?
No, the sun is worthy simply because it is the sun.
Its value is in its being, not its doing.
You are the same.
Your task is not to spend your life striving to become worthy. Your task is to spend your life learning to remember the worthiness that has been yours all along. When life is not going well, this is the first thing you forget. You believe your circumstances are a reflection of your value. They are not.
They are a reflection of your journey.
They are the curriculum your soul has chosen. Remembering your inherent worth is the anchor that will hold you steady in the fiercest of storms.
Hold on to it.
It is the truest thing about you. When you remember this, you can begin to see others differently as well. You realize that just as your worth is inherent, so is theirs. The person who hurt you, the one you resent, is also a being of inherent worth, walking a difficult path and learning their own painful lessons. This does not excuse their actions, but it can soften your heart and release you from the prison of your own anger. You are all connected. You are not separate waves in the ocean. You are all the ocean itself, expressing itself for a little while as individual waves. A wave cannot be angry at another wave for long without realizing it is being angry at itself. The pain you see in others is a reflection of the pain within you. The love you offer to another, you are also offering to yourself. Your journey is not a solo mission.
It is a collective dance.
When you stumble, it affects the rhythm of the whole. When you heal, you send a ripple of healing out into the entire universe. Do not underestimate the power of your own journey. By finding your way through your own darkness, you become a light for others who are lost. Your quiet courage, your gentle compassion, your decision to get up one more time, these acts have a power that echoes in eternity. Your healing is a gift to the world. So what does it mean to heal? What does it mean to move forward when everything feels stuck? It means you must stop trying to go back. You have a memory of a time before this difficulty, a person you used to be, and you are trying desperately to get back to that.
You see it as a safe harbor.
But my child, you can never go back. That person is gone. The journey has changed you, and this is a good thing. The goal of the hero's journey is not to return to the village unchanged. The goal is to return with the elixir, with the wisdom, with the scars that tell the story of what you have overcome. You are not meant to erase your experiences. You are meant to integrate them. The pain, the loss, the confusion, these are now a part of your story. They have given you depth, empathy, and a strength you did not possess before. To heal is to make peace with all parts of yourself, the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the confidence and the fear. You are not trying to get rid of the darkness. You are learning to hold it with love, to understand its lessons, and to allow it to make you more whole. A tree is made stronger by the winds that have tried to break it. The rings of its trunk tell the story of both the easy, sunny years and the hard, dry ones. It is the combination of both that gives it its strength and character. You are becoming a magnificent tree. Do not resent the winds that have shaped you. This process of becoming is your life's greatest work. It is the unfolding of the masterpiece I began when I created you.
And it requires you to be gentle with yourself.
You are often your own harshest critic. The voice in your head is far more cruel than any enemy you could ever face on the outside. You would never speak to a friend the way you speak to yourself. It is time for that to end. You must become your own best friend, your own loving parent. When you fall, do not scold yourself. Instead, imagine me, or the most loving presence you can think of, kneeling down beside you. What would I say? I would not say, "You are so clumsy. You failed again." I would say, "My beloved child, are you okay? Let me help you up." "It is all right. We will try again."
I am here with you. You must learn to speak to yourself with this voice.
It is my voice, and I have placed it inside you. Practice self-compassion. It is not an indulgence, it is a necessity. You cannot heal in an environment of constant self-criticism. You can only heal in an atmosphere of radical unconditional love. Provide that for yourself. And now we come to the final most important part, action. Wisdom is beautiful, but without action it is like a seed that is never planted. but do not be overwhelmed. I am not asking you to solve all your problems today. I'm not asking you to climb the entire mountain by sunset. I am asking you to take one small step, just one. Look at the overwhelming chaos of your life and find one small thing, one tiny corner that you can bring a little bit of peace to. Maybe it is making your bed.
Maybe it is drinking a glass of water.
Maybe it is stepping outside and feeling the sun on your face for 60 seconds. Maybe it is sending a message to a friend you have been meaning to contact. Maybe it is forgiving yourself for one small thing. The size of the step does not matter. What matters is the movement. The smallest step forward is an act of defiance against despair. It is a declaration to the universe that you have not given up. It is a vote for hope. And when you take that one small step, you build momentum. Tomorrow, you can take another.
And then another.
This is how mountains are climbed, not with one giant leap, but with 1,000,000 small, steady, courageous steps. Do not worry about the how. Do not get lost in planning the next 10,000 steps. Just focus on the very next one. The one right in front of you. Your inner wisdom, that quiet voice, will tell you what it is. Trust it, and as you take these steps, do them with love. Do them with the awareness that you are a divine being, a cherished child of the universe, walking the sacred path of your own becoming. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the need for it to be perfect. Just walk. I will handle the path.
I will make sure the ground is there to meet your feet.
Your only job is to lift your foot and take that next gentle step. So, chosen one, you see now, the feeling that your life is not going well is not a signal that you are doomed. It is a sacred invitation. It is an alarm clock waking you up from a life that was perhaps too small for your soul. It is the universe calling you to go deeper, to become more conscious, to find a strength you never knew you had, and to connect with a love that has been waiting for you all along.
This is not the end of your story.
This is the beginning of your real story, the story of your awakening. The story of how you learned that you are not the storm, but the sky. The story of how you found your power, not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. The story of how you discovered that your purpose was in every breath and your worth was in your being. This difficult time is your greatest teacher, your most profound blessing. Embrace it.
Learn from it and let it transform you.
The world is waiting for the whole, healed, magnificent you that is emerging from this fire. You are loved, you are guided, and you are and always will be more than enough. Now go take that first small step. I will be right here watching with pride.